Do you believe life insurance is a terrible investment? Isn't that what we've been told our entire lives? Right? So if life insurance is such a lousy investment, would the government create an entire section of the Internal Revenue Code preventing you from making life insurance too great of an investment? If life insurance is such a lousy investment, why did the government create Section 7702 that helps limit the amount and how quickly you can put money into a life insurance contract, or it gets classified as a modified endowment contract? If life insurance is such a bad investment, why would the IRS create this modified endowment contract to take away many of life insurance's significant tax advantages? Has anyone ever discussed all the significant tax advantages that are in a properly structured cash value permanent life insurance policy with you? So, most folks think the only time a life insurance policy is useful is if the insured dies. Is that what you thought? Most people know that the proceeds of a life insurance contract pass to your heirs income tax free. Did you know that? So if you think about it, wouldn't it make sense that there needs to be a lot more advantages to life insurance than just the income tax free death benefit for the IRS to create an entire section of their code just to address life insurance? Did you know that you can build up cash values inside a properly structured permanent life insurance policy? Did you also know that under current tax law, if you follow some simple rules, that cash value can grow tax preferred, and you can also utilize it for retirement income without income tax? Were you aware that many newer life insurance policies have some built-in provisions that provide you with extra cash to help pay for extended care for certain critical, chronic, and terminal illnesses? And this money is also available income tax free under current tax laws? Wouldn't it be great if you didn't need that money for extended care, that the money would still pass on to your heirs income tax free? Well, it does. Isn't it true people think that life insurance is a bad investment because they think that you can't earn competitive returns within the policy and that the costs are high? Would it surprise you to know that there are permanent life insurance policies that are designed to provide a tax-free retirement income that typically earns better returns than comparable safe money vehicles you would find at most banks? How surprising would it be if you found out there are also permanent life insurance policies that are designed to better mimic returns you could get in the market while never having your money at risk of loss in the market? Would it be even more surprising if you could also lock in your gains each year so that you could never lose them? Think about how powerful it would be to be able to lock in gains to protect them from losses in the future. Wouldn't that mean that if the market does well, so if a life policy is designed to mimic the market, that it would do well also? And since you're protected from market losses, wouldn't that protect you if the market does poorly? Another reason people think life insurance is a bad investment is due to high costs. So if you had a properly structured cash value life insurance policy that was intended to help you with retirement, help with late in life care costs if you needed them, and provide a death benefit for your loved ones, would it make sense that this was a short-term type deal or a long-term one? So if life insurance is a long-term proposition and the costs were high early, but over a long period of time, say 20 years or longer, the costs ended up being really low, maybe as low as just a third of what typical investment costs would be, would you consider those costs to be high? So when you compare the costs in this type of life insurance policy to traditional investments, could it maybe make sense to pay a cost for the life insurance that includes all the benefits that we've talked about today? What benefits do fees on your traditional retirement investments give you? How great would it be if there were provisions in many of these cash value permanent life insurance policies where you could access a sizable portion of your cash value without income taxes, without penalties, if you needed it for financial emergencies or even financial opportunities, and it could still earn interest on the money that you pulled out in the periods that the account is credited with gains? How big of a deal would it be if the retirement income you received from your properly structured permanent cash value life insurance policy was one of only 3 types of income that did not help to create income taxes on your Social Security income? Couldn't that mean that you could literally create an income tax-free existence in retirement if you wanted to? So does life insurance have many other benefits that you weren't aware of? Does it still sound like a lousy investment? So let's say we could structure a life insurance contracts that go right up to the modified endowment contract qualification line without going over it. Wouldn't that preserve the magnificent tax benefits while maintaining a great long-term savings vehicle? Now, keep in mind the guarantees that are offered in these life insurance policies are backed by the claims paying ability of the life insurance companies that offer them. So it's important to find financially strong companies to make sure they'll be able to deliver on those guarantees. Are you still not convinced? Think about this. If life insurance is such a lousy investment, why does the IRS believe it can actually become too good of an investment? Do you think there might be tricks, strategies, loopholes out there that only those in the know are actually aware of? Do you think those in power in the government, the banks, Wall Street, the media, unions, and special interest groups want a majority of us to know about these types of things? Okay, think about this. If there was a way to really take advantage of the tax system, do you think the government would want everyone to know about it? Or would they want to keep it to themselves? Would they even allow misleading information out to help keep people from discovering it? Do you think there's a chance the government doesn't want you to put too much money into these plans for fear they'll never be able to tax it again? Would it also make sense that the banks and Wall Street want to prevent too much money from going into these plans because their net after tax returns could exceed anything that the banks or Wall Street could provide? If life insurance is such a lousy investment, why do banks have over $149 billion of cash value in their life insurance policy? If it's so lousy, why wouldn't banks have all that money in CDs? Aren't they supposedly the safest place for your money? Does it sound like life insurance is really a terrible investment? Or does it maybe sound like something the powers that be want you to think is a terrible investment so you won't realize it is a lot better place for you to have your money than anything that they might have? If you'd like to see if what we're saying here is true or not, maybe it would make sense for us to have a no cost or obligation conversation to see if it is or if it isn't. Well, when you're ready, just complete the form below and we'll contact you to set up a time to talk.